Rise and shine, you guys. Mm. All right, today is February 28th. It is 7:55 a.m. Planetary hour of Mercury. Today is Venus's day. We're currently right now in the middle of a trine with the moon in Pisces over to Mars in Cancer at 17 degrees and 8 minutes. All right. Let's take a look at Cancer. Let's do 18th degree. A hen scratching for her chicks. All right, this Sabian symbol speaks about growing up. It says it is necessary to accept responsibility for oneself and others in order to find mature expression of life's potential, fulfilling a mature role within our community. Growth in the plant and animal kingdom is mostly measured in size. In the human realm, it has to do with emotional and intellectual maturity, playing a responsible part in the community, and fulfilling one's role properly. Whatever we seed must be attended to so that it develops into full expression, and this applies to our projects and as well as our children. All right, and then we've got Pisces at the 18th degree. A gigantic tent. Performance in public, we are subject to pressure and support of our community, which sometimes focuses its attention on us alone. Be entertainer, teacher, and or priest, alone we may well be satisfied with our own ideas and creative outpourings. But if we want to attract a following, we will need to put on some kind of public display, which is typically entertaining or spiritual, and could be a circus or a religious group, for example, the kind that is suggested by a marquee. We cannot expect our message to gain validation and popularity or even much attention unless we are willing and capable enough to focus outwardly with the intention of self exposition. Welcome in, you guys. All right. So this morning I chose to pull the Zodiac Moon deck. This one has the sun energy in all 12 signs, the moon in all 12 signs, the eclipse energy in all 12 signs. We'll read out the energy. Normally I'm pulling runes, but I'm kind of over runes for now. This gives me a little bit more insight about what the energy is calling for. All right. We'll go from there because honestly, I like to focus on astro when I'm pulling from zodiac moon cards. And I also have my moonology decks out. So we'll start there. So yes, Cancer, Pisces, both water signs. The trine taking place exactly right now, 7:58 a.m. All right. Um, 1 second, you guys. Okay. So tomorrow's the 1st of March, and I started working on updating all of the transits that are coming up for March. There's a lot going on. We've got the eclipses taking place, full moon and the partial solar eclipse, and the signs of Virgo and Aries. We have Neptune that's going to enter Aries at the end of the month. We've got Venus and Mercury going retrograde. All right. Um, I believe they're both in the signs of Aries, to be exact. All right. What else is happening? We are currently, obviously, in the mutable moon cycle. And then we will be starting off the cardinal moon cycle with the last quarter moon in Capricorn. There's a lot going on for next month. A lot. Um, Also with the asteroids, Juno's going retrograde. We've got Vesta that's going to be going retrograde. Both of those are in the signs of Scorpio and Sagittarius. All right, so yeah, there's quite a bit going on. Welcome in, you guys. Rise and shine. So I feel like March is always the beginning of like massive changes when it comes to astrology, because it's the beginning of the astrological year and the ending point, at the ending point to the beginning point. So when it comes to eclipse season, that's what it is. It's like very intense. All right. So speaking of Aries, it's like new beginnings, right? Um, we'll see what comes out. Let's see. I haven't used this deck in a while. So both Venus and Mercury are going to start retrograding in the sign of Aries, and they're both going to retrograde back into Pisces in the month of March. And then Neptune enters Aries. So there's a lot of like Aries, Pisces energy going on here with these are like personal planets, but Neptune was the only planet that was actually in its domicile. Everything else is either at its detriment or at its fall. Nothing is in its exaltation up until Venus retrogrades back into Pisces, which happens to be on the 27th of March. All right, so very interesting. All right, let's see what's happening here. We've got eclipse in Cancer, so acceptance, an emotional phase, or a domestic development. All right, so the home environment could be of significance. This could be pointing out the energy that we're in right now with this trine with the moon in Pisces over to Cancer. All right, but Mars in Cancer is obviously at its fall. It's not comfortable there. It doesn't work well there. Mars is like the warrior planet, right? In the sign of Cancer, it's like war in the home zone. Not good. Eclipse in Sag. So this is all about success after a setback and the energy of growth. All right. So I'm seeing the numbers 28 and 33. Let's see what it is. All right. It says here, a turning point in your domestic life, property or family stimulates strong emotions. An intense time arises and you wear your heart on your sleeve. So try to identify matters that are better approached objectively. Take the time to boost your emotional well-being by getting in touch with friends or professionals who understand your circumstances and can help you to accept your situation. Family, domestic, or property matters will ask that you step up to a new level and approach events in a level-headed way. A move, renovation, or new housemate may be on the cards. A change of career or status may impact on your domestic or personal circumstances. This is the time to decide what and or who is truly important in your life. You may choose to prioritize your duties to your family and those that you love and consider your career or status as an expression of your love for the people and the principles that you hold dear. Circumstances may dictate that you choose to prioritize career, status, and finances over your personal life. This will be a difficult decision to make. So, to establish priorities, a deeper understanding of life is necessary. Take the time to meditate or practice yoga, swimming, and or calming activities as these help you gain perspective. The spiritually minded will experience a fresh understanding of the mysteries of life and the occult and can deepen intuitive, psychic, and mediumistic abilities. This is the time to get in touch with your higher self, with spirit, and the greater good to find the direction in your heart and mind. A mystical and fulfilling journey will unfold as your sense of purpose strengthens. Know that despite turbulent emotions, you can find the still point in your heart and work through intense feelings towards a more stable phase of acceptance and nurturing. Wow. So this is a big thing right now on like home energies. Sagittarius obviously wants you to grow, wants you to expand, wants you to be exploring new things. All right. Sagittarius' energy rules the ninth house. So it's like higher education. It's in touch with spirituality, your philosophy in life, your beliefs, whatever. Right. Both eclipse energies in these specific houses. I'm focusing here on Cancer because, again, it has a lot to do with your domestic development. The opposition of Cancer is Capricorn. So if it's your career that's pulling you away from family right now, that's the issue. Where is my... Okay, here we go. Sorry, I thought I had it out. Let's see. Eclipse in Cancer. Let's see what this situation is all about. So it's definitely giving me like eclipse season. Well, so Pisces and Aries for eclipse season. All right. Normally, let's just say, well, this will be a full moon in Virgo and Aries, not Pisces and Aries. Although we're in Pisces season. What I'm trying to say here is the house of home for, let's just say, where these eclipses are taking place are going to be affected the most by, who's that, Gemini? All right. I think has Virgo in the 4th house. Yeah. And then Capricorn, which has Aries in the 4th house. All right. So Capricorn and Gemini, you guys, that's what I'm seeing here. But again, this is going to affect everybody differently. The Ace of Cups is here in the upright. The 8 of Swords, that's Jupiter and Gemini energy. The High Priestess, Pisces, it's in its shadow. The 8 of Wands, Mercury and Sagittarius in its shadow. The 9 of Cups, Jupiter and Pisces. Strength card, Leo energy. Wow. All right, so right now, something's happening in your current environment and where you have a wish fulfillment. And it could be for stability when it comes to the home environment. You find that to be your strength in the near future. For whatever reason, there's a lot of mental entrapment in connection to the past. These two energies, we saw in opposition back in November into December, I want to say. This was Mercury in Sagittarius. As we were ending 2024, we were in retrograde for a long time with Mercury in the sign of Sag. It was there probably for like past 6 weeks. And it was always in opposition to Jupiter and Gemini, these two energies here. Both at their detriment, right? Because Mercury rules Gemini, Jupiter rules Sagittarius. So there was some sort of imbalance here in connection to communication, all right? Travels possibly, contracts. I want to say like socializing with others. There's a heavy focus on self right now. And I feel like what you're trying to do is release yourself from this energy of the High Priestess. Not release yourself, but really try to like tap into seeing past what seems to be hidden from you at this time and why it's so hard for you to get to this strength in connection to family. Ace of Cups, there's something in there. It could be the lack of self-love. All right. There's something missing is what I feel. And why something is desired right now as a wish fulfillment. Something about that. But something in the near future is going to give you a sense of, I don't know, I just heard hope. All right. It gives you strength overall. So why is this Eight of Swords in the challenge with Jupiter and Gemini? Four of Cups, the Moon in Cancer. All right. You feel like the ships have sailed, should I say. All right. Where it could be, I don't want to call it an emotional withdrawal. It would be like feeling like you have nothing left if it's not in connection to family or your domestic, development. Emotionally, you're gone. Emotionally, it's like you're out of it. Yeah, that's why I felt that. You're emotionally withdrawn. This is Saturn and Pisces energy. So it's almost like if you are in this energy of self-love, but you're still in this sense of trying to overcome some sort of entrapment in the mind about being away where the ships have sailed in connection to your domestic, development. What else do you have there? There's nothing to communicate about. There could be a lot of anger. You see the lightning here in the way that things are communicated. That's communication. It's like fast incoming communication. All right. It could be that there is nothing for you to sit with, to meditate on, or to contemplate on, or you know what I mean? It's just kind of giving me this energy of it just being right now a wish fulfillment. And you seeing it in the near future where you gain your strength back. All right. So it kind of feels like a you with you type of energy. Ships have sailed. Maybe you feel like you missed on the opportunity, or again, it feels like an emotional withdrawal. Eight of Cups. Feels like it's because you're at a crossroads in your life right now. I feel like you're just accepting for whatever it is right now, because I don't see you in control just yet. It hasn't happened. The Strength card is in the near future. All right, let's see. So in the environment, you're probably trying to be like as nurturing as possible with the Moon card. All right, once again, heavy Cancer energy here. See what I'm saying? It feels like there's an ending coming. That's what it feels like. Up until you can have some sort of brand new beginning here in Pisces into Aries season. The Page of Wands. I feel like you're just ready to move forward here. And then I've got the Hierophant coming out in the shadow as well. So both the Hierophant and the High Priestess are here. Typically, this would be seen like Pisces Taurus energy, which is a sextile that's actually happening today as well. That one's happening later on tonight, though. I think it's like 6 p.m. around there. Normally, Earth goes with water, so we'll see anytime the moon is in Pisces, it will sextile to Uranus in Taurus. And Uranus wants to experience some sort of change. Moon in Pisces, sextile Uranus in Taurus, 6:32 p.m., 23 degrees and 38 minutes. All right, so I don't know. There's a shift that's going to happen here. I'm seeing all fixed signs. I'm seeing Saturn's energy. I see Pisces, Taurus, and Cancer is here heavy. But there's something about this spiritual connection right now that's your goal. I don't feel like it's here yet because they're both in their shadows. I'm going to pull one on the High Priestess. The Two of Swords is now coming out. Earlier, we seen it as you feeling like you're at a crossroads. All right. Two of Swords would be actually facing this energy of your emotional state. So that would be like the moon is Cancer. Here it is, right? It didn't come out on this side. It came out here, like you're sitting within your emotions. That's why the Ace of Cups is in the upright. Let's do the Hierophant. The Devil. I keep seeing these two energies come out together, but they're both in their shadow here. All right, so there's something that you're working past, and it could be, I don't know if it's an addiction, some sort of sense of codependency. It could be an emotional connection that you have, and what may have left you in at a crossroads. All right, something feels tough and burdening in connection to the past. Ten of Wands, Six of Cups. I'm not sure what that all is, but it has a lot to do with your self-acceptance and the connection to your home environment. What needs to be in connection to your this emotional phase for you. All right. I'm going to try to dig into what this is. 1 second. I feel like it has a lot to do with your spiritual growth because once again, Sagittarius is energy, all about spirituality with the High Priestess and the Hierophant here. Two of Swords and the Devil, that's actually Libra and Capricorn's energy. All right, so for whatever reason, that's in connection to like your partnerships with career. Maybe you feel drawn away from your domestic development because you're looking for this business partnership in something that you do spiritually. Maybe that's what this is. Okay. And once again, I see you gaining your strength back in the near future. At this current time, there's something that you're working from within. There's like this inner healing that you're doing with the moon energy here. And I see you bringing something to a close with the World card. Saturated energy, which is obviously in the sign of Pisces. So I mentioned this yesterday, you guys. We are right now 8 transits in the sign of Pisces. 8. That's going to be the Sun, the Moon, Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, North Node, Sappho, asteroid of Sappho, Sirius, and the Psyche. 8. It's a big deal. All right. For those that are new on this channel, I know you guys probably don't know all about astrology. I'm currently still learning myself, so I can't give you... I just know what I know because I follow the transits. All right, but when we think about Piscean energy, it has a lot to do with a sense of isolation. All right, going within. It has a lot to do with that of the unknown. So there's this energy of like a lot of seclusion and focusing in on your emotional state. That's what I feel this is. And it's in connection to your home environment. Or if you're choosing to go after career, right, it's in connection to something spiritual and where you're supposed to be growing right now. All right, let's see. I first want to pull right on the challenge and why this Eight of Swords is here with this Four of Cups, because it feels like mentally and or emotionally withdrawn. It says you're on the road to success. It could have been some sort of unsuccessful plan that you were trying to overcome. Split the deck, and you were working through spiritual love. There it is. Hierophant, High Priestess. There was something about you facing fears. Like Capricorn's energy with the Devil can be you walking through overcoming some sort of, again, codependency. It could have been, all right, it could have been that, you know, normally when you're in connection to a spiritual connection, there is no sex involved. Capricorn would be seeing the Devil as, you know, a sexual connection that you have. So this has a lot to do with you, Cancer, all right, with like your home, your domestic, your family, within yourself, your roots, overall, your home environment, like meaning you yourself, your temple. You know what I mean? Something about that. So let's clarify. You're on the road to success with this Four of Cups and this Jupiter and Gemini as your challenge. All right, you're overcoming something. I feel like you're climbing the mountain here. So the challenge was that you were overcoming a situation with someone that may have been insincere, okay, or undependable, and where it may have affected you mentally and or emotionally, or just situations around you that are not leading you to the best thing, that you're supposed to be doing here. You got the pin card with a new job and or a new career, and maybe that's what you're going after. So if you like miss the boat with something, or you feel a sense of entrapment with something, then you're on the road to success. You just know that something or someone is insincere and you have to go move forward. All right. So whatever this is, it could be affecting your job, your career, whatever you do. All right. To keep some sense of emotional happiness in your energy. Now, I do want to clarify the past as well with the Eight of Wands, because I feel like these go hand in hand. Once again, as soon as I saw that, it drew me back to 2024, December specifically, and November, because I remember when those transits were in opposition, and they were both at its detriment. They both came out in the energy of their shadow. All right, so that's kind of giving me like a retrograde phase, which Jupiter was retrograding at the time, and so was Mercury. There was a review there about in connection to where you were meant to expand and grow, as I see Sagittarius here speaking about growth. And it could have been in the way that something was delivered, a message, sudden changes that were happening in your life that were coming through, possibly like unexpected. So let's see. I feel like it kind of drew you to this direction of where you knew you had to overcome some sort of obstacle or something. Could have been in connection to your career, because it's showing me that career and home is of significance. Got both majors for Capricorn and Cancer here with this High Priestess and Hierophant energy. There could have been discord amongst family and friends. That's why that Eight of Wands is there in the shadow. Wow. So maybe your spiritual journey wasn't accepted by many people. Maybe that's why emotionally you felt like you were at a crossroads. You didn't feel accepted. It was a wish fulfillment for you. But I feel like if there's a specific, let's just call it a portal. Let's say a portal is closing out here with us being at the ending of this astrological year. And in the near future, it looks like you gain some sort of strength here with this strength card. You're more courageous. You know you've gone through a specific portal is what I want to call it. What's going on with this discord amongst family and friends? I feel like that changed who you are. June is coming out. So heavy Cancer here. Gemini and Cancer. All right, with June energy. June, we normally see a full moon in Capricorn. All right, so there could have been some sort of upheaval in December as we stepped into Capricorn season. I'm not sure if Mercury was still retrograding at that time in the sign of Sag. It could have been. But it had something to changes that was being called for. All right. Let's see. It says you're highly thought of. Celebration, fun, and enjoyment. I don't know. I feel like you were being called back to step into whatever your wish fulfillment is here with the Nine of Cups. I mean, we are currently in Pisces season. Are we in the second decan already? Almost. Yeah, almost. All right, tomorrow's the 1st. There's something about something that you desire, something that you want. I'm going to pull one on this High Priestess, and then we'll pull one on the Hierophant and see why the Two of Swords And this Devil is over top of these energies here. It could be that there's something you're not seeing clearly. It's right back to that Celebration card. Could have been that you learned some sort of truth about something. Something might have been revealed to you where you're no longer afraid to face your fears. Like you're able to stare at the moon, literally. Where is it? Here it is. All right. Something that was supposed to be kept a secret, or something that may have tried to discourage you, you were able to celebrate and enjoy the energy of understanding what that is. It could have been whatever subconsciously you understood, if it's a psychic ability, if it was your heightened intuition. It could have been many different things. All right. Maybe there was something that you were experiencing that led you to material wealth, or the loss of material wealth, should I say, with the shark. All right. So if you were intrigued by this journey of going down this spiritual and being in connection to that and really focusing in on this development of your spirituality, it may have affected your resources, which is why the challenge is here to go after some sort of new job or career. Let's look at this Hierophant energy. Community and institution and organization. All right, but why is it that you're going to be reconciling there? Who are you reconciling with? It could be in connection to your career, because I mean, the Devil is Capricorn's energy. It's like having to step out of this Cancer partnership here in the home environment and go after long-term stability. Could be someone new is entering your life. It's like part of your new journey here, and why this chapter is closing out. This is interesting. Let's look at the Strength card in the near future. So money comes to you in the near future with the coin. Affairs with your family. So that's where it started off. It was the blah, 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 blah. Domestic development. Fair man is here. All right. I think we get the point here. All right. There was a shift happening. You were on the road to success. Someone was insincere. All right. You had to go after a new job and or career. That seems to be the challenge. So in connection to this opposition of where I knew back in December you were having this opposition with Mercury and Jupiter being in retrograde, and may have affected you since then because it's given the past position. All right, there was a lot of discord with family and friends. You were highly thought of, possibly by a Gemini and or a Cancer, or wherever those placements take place for you. It could have affected you emotionally, and where you were meant to face your fears, and where you were at a crossroads when it was in connection to the High Priestess, your spirituality, in connection to where overall you may have wanted to reconcile. All right, with stepping into a new career, or someone new entering your life that's going to lead you on a path to wherever you're going here. It happens to be in connection to your growth. All right, Sagittarius energy. So you're in this energy of like self-love right now. Ace of Cups. Big deal. All right, but on the bottom of the deck again, we saw 10 of Wands and the 6 of Cups. There was a burden from the past. I don't think that you want to bring that with you. That's what I'm saying. At least. Let's get into the astrology and what we need to focus on here as we're closely stepping into March. By the way, I'm going to start doing March readings possibly today. I think I'll be able to get it done. They'll be in the playlist. You guys know I normally pull a tarot spread. We'll speak about the chart, where it's taking place for you specifically. You can look up your sun, your moon, your rising, however it affects you the most. All right, and we'll go from there. I'll put them into a specific playlist. I don't know, Vesta wanted to be seen there. going retrograde this month in March. Yeah, the transit with Vesta could be of significance. That's the asteroid of spirituality. What in the world? Wanted to be seen again. So there's some sort of transition, movement, and or change with Vesta's energy. Those two cards were flipped around for whatever reason. All right, let's see. So it's in the sign of Scorpio. There's a lot of water energy right now, right? We had Juno in Scorpio for a while, which it will go retrograde and retrograde back into Scorpio. Juno's going to be in Scorpio for the remaining of the year, most of it at least. All right, let's see. I love when I pull the astro cards out and everybody runs away. It's so funny. But that's okay, because I get to learn all the time what this is. See what I'm saying? Something about Scorpio. Deep, intense, transformational times. Nobody likes that. I hate transformations, but I guess they work best. There's Vesta again. So Vesta in Scorpio. She said, I'm all here for it. I love it too. It kind of helps me understand what's going on. Yep. Oh. So let's see. Yeah, cardinal energies. So I'm definitely seeing cardinals energy in this reading heavy. I see the moon in Libra with the Two of Swords. Heavy Cancer energy here. I even have the minor arcana for the moon in Cancer with the Four of Cups. We got Capricorn energy here with the Devil. I think that's it. But overall, it's giving 4th house, 7th house, 10th house, which also came out in yesterday's reading when I pulled these astro cards. Okay, so these cardinal points are normally seen as your home environment, your relationships, your career. Big deal. All right, but something cardinal energy is being initiated, sparked, and or your vision. All right, it's like you show potential anytime there's a cardinal point. Okay, Palace is here. So it's giving me Palace is all about wisdom, skill, and defense, self-defense. All right, maybe it's whatever you're gaining knowledge about. All right, I'm going back to Sagittarius energy, but Palace right now is in the sign of Aquarius, which is a very intellectual sign. You have a lot of wisdom, skill, and self-defense when it comes to, it could be in your humanitarian ways. It could just be something that you do that's innovative and an original. All right, you're eccentric. You're able to teach others. Okay, something about that. We got planetary return. And again, the only one that's in its domicile right now is Neptune in Pisces. So right now, Neptune being in Pisces at its very last degrees as we're stepping into March by March 30th, is it? Hold on 1 second. I think it is March 30th. Yeah, where Neptune will enter Aries. There will be a shift starting there, but Neptune is then going to end up retrograding back. I believe Neptune right now is like at the 28th degree of Pisces, which if we look at the Sabian symbol, it speaks all about like in connection to seeing God in everything. All right, so there's a big spirituality thing right now going on, whether it's just you gaining wisdom about it, a way of spiritually protecting yourself by the wisdom that you have, sharing that knowledge as well. All right, and if you're being initiated with cardinal energy into like a specific community of people, it's going to be one that's leading you towards celebration and fun and happiness and feeling like you're in a community and reconciling with those that understand what you know or the need to share that information with others. All right, the transmission of knowledge, I believe one of the Sabian symbols speaks about. Oh. So maybe you find a creative and imaginative way for you to do this. We have the Ascendant here. All right, which normally is Aries energy. It's in connection to the first house. It's all about your appearance, your first impression, the mask that you wear out to the world. All right. This is where you show the world who you really are. So Neptune stepping into Pisces, and where it's the only planet in its planetary return right now, and where you may be making progress. All right, with in connection to Piscean energy, it has all to do with being more compassionate and loving and vulnerable and tapping in once again to your spirituality. It has a lot to do with the occult, right? Things that exist without physical form, your intuitive abilities, your psychic abilities, however your maternal instincts come through, you're going to be bringing that into showing the world who you are with those energies, okay? Neptune is like, get creative. How can you use the skills that you have and what you've learned to initiate change, is what I want to say. Yeah, Mercurian energy. So communication and expression. All right. So Mercury right now, being the sign of Pisces, is at its detriment. It's moving pretty quickly through as well. I mean, right now, Mercury has already conjuncted, I believe it conjuncts the sun already. Let's see. So we've seen Mercury conjunct Saturn already. We saw the sextile with Mercury and Uranus and Taurus yesterday. And I believe we've got Mercury conjuncting the North Node in Pisces, and then Mercury conjuncting Neptune in Pisces as well, stepping into March. I don't know if it conjuncted the sun already. Where is the sun in Pisces right now? It should have. Yeah, it has already. All right, so Mercury has conjuncted the sun. Mercury has, it will conjunct Saturn. It then will conjunct the North Node, Neptune, as well as the sun. I mean, there's a lot coming up with Mercurian energy. And as it steps into Aries, it then will go retrograde and come right back into Pisces. So there's something about communication right now in the realm of the subconscious. It could be communication coming through your dream state, or the way that you express yourself is in a very imaginative way. Something about that. The way that you appear to others could be that you like to communicate, okay? And that's completely fine. Maybe it's because you want to share the wisdom that you have. See Chiron here. It could be that you like to communicate on how you've worked through your vulnerabilities or your core wounds, all right, in connection to self, all right, because Chiron is in Aries. So again, I'm feeling like all this energy is leading us to Cardinal, all right, the initiation point of the new astrological year. Cardinal being Aries energy, all right. Pallas is here, which is in the sign of Aquarius. Aquarius to Aries, it's a sextile, something working compatibly and in harmony with where this planetary return has taken and made progress when it comes to who you are as a person, the way that you communicate, the way that you've worked through your core wounds. And as we're looking into Mercury moving into Aries, Venus and Aries, Chiron and Aries, you see what I'm saying? There's a shift here into the new astrological year, and then there will be a retrograde period where there's a review of what you've learned to what's to come, and kind of like stepping back into this watery, fluid, mysterious type of energy, stepping back into where you're being called to express your vision, back in cardinal energy. Okay, but for whatever reason, it's coming in this tarot spread as you, in connection to your emotional state, in connection to your domestic development, in connection to your home environment, all right, or how you have made a shift through overcoming differences with family members, okay? If it's been a shift in your career that you now work from home, something about that, like, is a major shift here. It could be that you were afraid to take a step here. I see the Page of Wands. That could have been like you tapping into like a new passion. All right. So affairs with your family and money coming to you in the near future with the Strength card, that's going to be the most significant for you. Why? Because you're going to be in connection with your family as well as money coming in. So you may be working from home, something like that. Let's see. Cancer wants to be seen again. Okay. So it's giving nurturing, sensitive, and caring energies. I mean, obviously, we talked all about Cancer already. So there's Venus popping out as well, once again, in the sign of Aries. Yeah. This is a big deal here. Whatever's happening in this new astrological year is going to be in connection to the way that you communicate, the way that you get creative, your love life. Okay, it could be major things. These energies here, Mercury and Venus, are both personal planets. These are we're going to feel the most, and they're going to retrograde at the same time. Mercury goes retrograde every year, probably like 3 to 4 times a year. Venus only goes retrograde every like 18 months. The last time it went retrograde, it was in the sign of Leo. This time it's in the sign of Aries, right? So we're going to be feeling at the same time in March this shift that's taking place with 2 personal planets in the sign of Aries. I believe Venus will kind of retrograde back into Pisces sooner than Mercury will. All right. But it has a lot to do with Venus is like your self-esteem, your confidence, it's relationship issues. Things are going to be reviewed there. Mercury would be like communication issues, travel, okay? It could be transportation, that type of thing. But for me, with Chiron being directly in the middle of it, in the sign of Aries, it has a connection to your vulnerabilities. All right, why there's like potential to pain, why you're working through specific situations, and it's in connection with your emotional state here. Why do you feel angry about something, or why is there sudden changes happening in my life? Why am I experiencing a lot of endings? All right, world card energy. Why do I feel restricted, or why am I required to gain a lot of structure right now in my home environment or in connection to my career? This is all leading you to where you're meant to be initiating sparks in your life right now. All right. Something is going to like smack you like, hello. All right. This could be like in relationships, career, home, self, whatever. You could be going through like a health journey, changing the appearance of your body. Okay. Major things. But I would be careful when Venus is in retrograde on doing that. Okay. You know how they say, like, don't go buy new technology when Mercury is in retrograde. Technically, it's a review, yes. If you're, let's just say, your phones are going bad. You need to fix them, something like that. All right, so Imam Koli is here. Once again, it's bringing me back to the home environment, your origins, all right, your roots, your ancestors, this inner child healing that you have to do. That's part of the deep, intense transformation. And as we saw Vesta earlier come out, it's in connection to your spirituality. What's sparking you up from within? Whatever the intensity is, it feels deep. And it could be that you need to come back into harmony with something and balance. All right. Second house, possibly even with your values, okay, your possessions, your finances. They always say, like, don't let money rule you. It's the way I remember it. Like, don't let money rule you, but money has to do with everything. So if it's in connection to your finances and you are trying to focus more so on your family dynamic, then obviously you have to find a way for you to make money, even if you're working from home, something like that. Yeah, that's what I've been looking for work, and it's just like a lot of it has been a lot of places, they're hiring remote now, a lot of them. So that's what I have there, you guys. Let me clear this out. I feel like you had to emotionally withdraw from something here and you weren't too happy about it. It's like you kind of missed the boat, or You had to accept for whatever what it was, acceptance. Could have been just a burden overall. Where's my deck? It's been a while since I have pulled that deck. I haven't seen it in a while. I was like, oh, I forgot I had this one. All right. Let's see. She goes, I need you. Let's see what today's Shaman Dream Oracle energy is like. Ooh, hot shit. Let's see. Split the deck. Forgiveness, repairing the veil. Are you stitching things up? Wanting forgiveness. We've got inspiration here, which normally I always look at that as like a Neptune and Pisces type of energy. Stars in the sky, limitless possibilities. Netcaster is here. I pulled that one the other day. The Herald of Change. There could be a lot of change coming in. Kind of like, when you throw the net out to the water and you pull in whatever it is. It's like whatever it is that you want comes to fruition. You got to know that you can pull that in by manifesting what you want. What is this? It comes out again. It keeps flying out at me. I got mindful with groupthink and transmuting pain. That feels like a Chiron energy. I got numbers 40 and 22. The human mind can be so many things. A prison, a latrine, a circus, a temple, a cave. It can be a place of restriction or a place of never-ending expansion. Right now, be careful of where you wander in your mind. The quality of your thoughts is key, as you're in a fertile time for full manifestation. You want to ensure that the seeds you plant will sprout and flourish into the life you seek to grow. Be mindful not to scatter weeds. It's easy to be influenced by others right now too, especially in our digital age. It's hard to protect yourself from the energy and the sheer amount of information bombarding you 24/7. If you allow all of the fear and uncertainty to pollute your mind and emotions, you will fill yourself with this negativity and then see more of it in the outer world. Stay out of gossip and other forms of groupthink. For when you cut another person down to their level due to their perceived mistakes or limit them by your envy, you activate lack for yourself. So fill yourself with thoughts of plenty. Imagine your universe unfettered by scarcity and alive with abundant hope and goodness. Be mindful of what your mind is full of and keep the faith. Good brings more good, love more love, and gratitude more things to be grateful for. Alright, so how can you transmute the pain that you're dealing with right now is kind of what it's giving me. Fool's embrace. The pain of life is sometimes unbearable. When we're in it, we think that pain, that loss, that betrayal will always be woven through our continuity of existence. We're kept hostage by the way that we identify with the pain and what we make it mean. If we let it, it becomes etched into us like a tattoo. No matter where on the spectrum of pain you find yourself now, whether it be mild disappointment or searing loss, it's time to make peace with it. Befriend it rather than resisting it, running from it or judging it as bad or unfair or hostile. Can you see the gift that is here? Surrender to the Fool's embrace, allowing the truth to envelop you in love and compassion. What if you could learn something amazing from this? What is truly yours will not pass you by. Something better and perfect for you is waiting elsewhere. If you could come to terms with the liberation and freedom inherited in loss, your broken heart might open you to a greater sense of humanity and compassion. As in the narrative of tarot, the Fool would be at the beginning of your life's adventure and at the end of when you integrated all of the wisdom that you've accumulated along your journey. He will never let you down or lie to you. He will, however, teach you how to revel in both beauty and desperation of life. Both and this and that will always be true. Remember, the pearl can be created without the gritty and causing discomfort and acting as a catalyst in your oyster. Your pearl is discovered in radical acceptance that everything has value, all is well now and will be. Remember that today as you feel the Fool's embrace. So this is part of your new beginning. All right, and what you fill your mind with here. So if you think of scarcity and negativity, that's exactly what you're going to receive. If you have a sense of abundance in your mindset, that's exactly what you're going to manifest. I like it. So transmuting the pain would be like Chiron's energy in Aries, all right, as we're stepping into Aries season soon. All right. So possibility for union is on the bottom of the deck. And there's something about passing those gates. The farther gate. All right. Let's look at Skybridge. It says what needs to be connected or disconnected. You stand before a seemingly unbreachable abyss and there is no possibility of retreat. The path behind you is no longer a valuable option. You have to act soon though, or you run off the risk of being stuck at the edge of the cliff. Life has brought you to the moment to offer you as yet an undreamt of possibility. But you must no longer postpone what you know to be inevitable. And yes, you are allowed a breath or two before the leap. So take a bit of time to yourself, get away for a day or two or contemplation, or even just for a few minutes, walk to clear your head. Muster your courage so that you may cross the sky bridge. Sky bridge appears when the moment is absolutely right for a quantum leap. Life believes you are ready, even if you do not agree. Remember not to confuse your true state of readiness with your plans and preparation. Respond with a determined yes and let the universe take care of the details. You need only hold onto your positive affirmations, and the way will become obvious as you take flight and clear the abyss. Wow. So you're ready for change here. All right, you're coming into like a spiritual union. You've been focusing possibly on transmuting pain from the past and putting positive things into your mindset. That's what this is. All right, let's see. So taking a bold step forward, being bold would be like Aries energy. We do have a moon in Aries coming up, and it's going to start with this waxing moon cycle after this new moon in Pisces. So that could be it. All right. A lot of Aries energy coming out in this read specifically. Okay. So yeah, moon in Aries through the weekend, you guys. Let's look at mindful and groupthink. Four of Swords. You could be resting and healing and rejuvenating. The High Priestess is right back out here with the Knight of Pentacles. Something is slowing down for you so that you can strategically come up with a plan, it looks like. Well, on overcoming this sense of the emotional withdrawal once again. All right. Try not to look back at the negativity. Try not to be connected too much to materialism. That's going to slow down for you. Focus on situations that are actually going to try to keep you in a sense of happiness and contentment. And those are the things you're going to fill your mind with. I'm going to pull one on the High Priestess here. The Knight of Wands. I don't know, there's something impulsive about it. The Death card with Lovers. Could be a decision that you have to make with something that you have to end. You're not too happy about it. Knight of Swords with the King of Swords, both in the shadow. That's why you have this like strategic energy on how to overcome this emotional state. I don't know, maybe you need to become more grounded or something with this King of Pentacles being here. So it's giving me the King of Pentacles in the upright with the King of Cups in the shadow. Maybe you're not emotionally available right now and you need to be, but it's okay because it's telling you to take time for yourself. Like, it's okay to withdraw and go focus on contemplating what needs to change for you, where your manifestations are, what you want to see in positivity in your life. Because this is part of, like, you transmuting the pain that you're feeling, and it's okay to do that. Let's see. What the hell happened to my meditation music? I feel like I can't even hear anything. Whatever. Fool's Embrace with transmuting pain. Come on now. Oh, seems like you're the wounded warrior here with the Nine of Wands. You're like more so meant to be optimistic about the future. You could be wearing yourself down. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands with the Ace of Wands. This is like 10 Wands already. We saw that come out earlier. All right, feeling burdened overall. See what I'm saying? That's the way we saw that 10 of Wands earlier. You could be wanting love in your life right now, and that's possibly why the Ace of Cups came out in the first spread. You could be ready for like union, or that's what you want to manifest as you're trying to get past whatever sense of impulsiveness this is, right, in relation to your emotional state. That's connecting to where things are ending for you and where you can finally just start transmuting that pain. The Empress is in the shadow. I got the Three of Pentacles here, back to the Moon card. There's something about focusing in on not just your creativity, but your values. It could be even in connection to why you seem to be burdened right now. It could be within your career, your money status. There's a lot you're transforming here. You feel like you're the wounded warrior. You have new passions, but you feel burdened by love. It could feel that you're not worthy at this time. You could be wanting to work on yourself and be coming back into this sense of authority when it comes to your inner healing with the Cancer energy here. You got a lot transmuting pain there. Okay, you said values are your families, yeah. So possibility for union. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like they're going to be celebrating here. You could be moving soon. I see the Chariot. Three of Cups to the Chariot, the Strength card. We've got the Three of Wands here. There's going to be a lot of progress when it comes even to self-love. The Ace of Cups just popped right back out. That was the way it came out the first time. So that's the energy that you're in. You're in this like self-love, healing. It kind of gives me like emotional balance type of energy. But then it's in connection to the Devil once again. So be careful that you're not pulling yourself back to the old addictions that you've had in the past. Ace of Swords, you already saw the truth about that situation, and it had caused you to emotionally withdraw with the Eight of Cups. You could have experienced some sort of emotional loss there in connection to your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups is coming out now with the Queen of Pentacles in the shadow, where the King of Pentacles is in the upright right here. Like, you want to manifest and believe that whatever you're strategizing to get past is what you put in your mind to be true. But you're working through this emotional state with the King of Cups being in reverse. Whatever you're transmuting here, it's leading you to start celebrating the changes. You could be moving, you could be gaining more strength, you could be making progress within yourself. But then be careful of this Devil energy, because the truth is you've already learned how to work through emotional loss. Your wish fulfillment is calling for confidence. But the Queen of Pentacles is in the reverse with the Queen of Wands in the upright. All right, so maybe this is working through some sense of like, the Queen of Wands can be like a very independent type of energy. Spirit is calling you for you to come into union, all right, with something. Let's see. Seven of Wands. Put your wands down. You're too much on the defense here. All right. Um, Aries new beginning can call for like collaborations as well. So I see the death card down at the bottom of the deck. You've already gone through this transformation. Yeah, you've already faced those fears. We saw it come out earlier with the Two of Swords. It was already in the reverse. You could have been like very indecisive whether you were on the right path, something like that. I'm going to split this deck real quick. Repairing the body, the mind, and the spirit. You've gone through some sort of detox. This card called it me talks. Okay, so take spiritual baths. Yeah, repairing that. And you could have been focusing on adapting as well to many changes that were happening in your life. Overall, it could be still a process that you're going through, and where it's telling you to take the farther step, right? Like to go the farther gate, to take that bold step forward. Radical acceptance and the energy of compassion and love in the home environment as well. Got the beloved card here. There's a lot of keeps drawing me back to Vesta energy. I keep seeing like the spark from within. It looks like fire, you know what I mean? And that's going to be like a brand new opportunity for you. Now you're able to really start replenishing your energy. Heart, home, and beloved. Radical acceptance and compassion. So we just saw that energy with acceptance come out with that eclipse energy in Cancer. It's a big deal, a big shift here. Okay. Very transformational here. Like it. I like it. All right, you guys, let me get these put away, and I'm going to pull a crystal, and we are out of here. Well, of course, it's hiding all the way down there. We'll do chakra love. I can't get to the crystal right now. Whoa. All things work in best in conjunction with all things. That's interesting. We've got a lot of conjunctions coming up here in Pisces season. Manifestation is here with the solar plexus chakra. Root chakra is here with foundation. All right, we got the sacral chakra here with letting go. So I got root, sacral, solar plexus, foundation, letting go, and manifesting. It says foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it's the first step towards success. Manifesting is the fruition of confidence and beliefs. Back to sacral. Passion. Turn your fear of change into excitement for change. So maybe you do fear change. You're supposed to be calling in abundance here. I see all the lower chakras. So I feel like you're trying to like work your way up or something. This doesn't have any connection to do with your upper chakras. This is all about your root, your foundation, your money, your stability, your security into what you're creating, what you're letting go, so that you can focus on your passions and what you're calling in due to your manifestation and where you want to draw abundance into your life. All things work best in conjunction with all things. Root chakra, once again, there's a very grounding state to today's energy. Trust me, these cards will tell you where the focus is here. So I'm seeing earth signs and water signs, and that's what we're dealing with today, right? We got the moon in Pisces and sextile over to Uranus and Taurus. All right, so we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we're also seeing here Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Obviously, air signs are fire signs are being called out as well. And where your passion is, we saw Hell of Aries come out in the reading. All right, so that's Aries, Leo, Sag. Aries all about self. All right, what you're creating, what's being initiated, what you're showing potential for. Leo's energy, obviously, we saw the sun, we saw strength. It's given this energy of Where can you be creative and self-express towards what makes you happy and what your passions are? Obviously, Sag, wants you to grow and gain the knowledge that you need to continue pushing forward. Feels like a spiritual journey. Obviously, that's what we tap into almost every day. Unless I want to get nosy and into everybody's business. From the bottom to the top, yes. From 0 to 100 real quick. All right, you guys. I love you guys, and I'll check you out later. Yes, I'm going to continue working on updating all the transits for the month. That's what I'm going to start doing now, and then I'll get into readings later on. We'll do weekend vibes today, as in all signs. And I believe I'm going to tap in later on with that sextile energy to Uranus and Taurus with the moon in Pisces. Catch you there. Bye.